Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I did these knotless braids on my own. My whole big head, I've got a big head. So we are all on lockdown and I needed a protective hairstyle, so I just thought, okay, why don't I teach myself how to do these knotless braids. I've never done knotless braids before, and I have to say that I am really loving these braids. They are so light, like the roots are so light, and I can just tie them anything. They're just like really I've been really loving these braids. So it took me about I started at 9 in the morning and I finished around about 2. So it took me about 5 hours to finish them, which is not pretty bad. I mean, we are on lockdown, I'm not going anywhere. 5 hours is not really bad, and I think the next time I do them I'll be like do a really much better job. This is just because it's my first time. So yeah, you guys, I hope you will enjoy this tutorial. If you've got any tips on how I can perfect my skills to do these knotless braids, leave it in the comment section. I would really love to get some more tips, because I think this is going to be my go-to protective hairstyle. It's like so light, so easy, just get up and go, and just like forget about morning hair routines, just tie your hair and go. I really have been enjoying these knotless braids. So you guys, I went and braid the rest of my head off camera. However, the hairpiece that I'm using is the Expression in the color 27. Now this was the closest color to my hair color because my hair is bleached. Now first thing, you need to separate your pieces of hair, and this depends with the thickness. So the thickness and the length, how long you want them to be and how thick you want them to be, that is your own choice. But when you separate the pieces of hair like what I'm doing now, they have to be the same size. They can't be different sizes, because if they are different sizes, your braids will end up starting like very thin, and then it gets thicker and thicker, and then it gets thin again, which is not the look that we are going for. But as you can see what I'm doing, I separated my hair into 3, and then I just turn once, and then once you start feeding, don't stop feeding. I hope what I'm trying to explain makes sense, but you can see on the video what I'm doing. Don't stop feeding until your feed are enough. Like for me, I was only feeding like 3 times, that's it. And all these pieces, as I say, they have to be all the same length. Otherwise, if they are different thickness, your braid will start thinner, then gets thicker, then gets thinner again, which is not the look that we are going for. So as you can see how I am feeding. You guys, if it's your first time to braid, to do these knotless braids like me, you have to understand that you're going to make a lot of mistakes because it's your first time. So it's okay. The more mistakes you do, the more you learn. And I think the more mistakes you do, actually you get better. So try though to be patient, because if it's your first time like me, you're going to make a lot of mistakes like I did. So now I'm just showing you another example. We're just repeating it again. And as you can see, my feeding style, for me, I like to feed from underneath. Can you see that? Yes, from underneath. I find it, if I feed from underneath, it won't show. Okay, it's not gonna show once you finish your braiding. It's not gonna show that you were feeding. However, if you feed from the top, it's going to show that you were feeding. So it's up to you how you want your braid to look like. But I found that this kind of feeding style was much better for me. However, as I said, this is my first time. I've never done knotless braids before. So I actually also was struggling. But I think the more I'll keep doing these braids, the better I'll become at it. Now let's do one more, just one more. I hope if you are also a learner, I hope you're paying close attention, because I think I'm finding it very hard to explain this process, but try to take a closer look to what I'm doing. You see, once I start feeding, every 10 I feed again, another 10 I feed again. Don't feed and then you braid, and feed again and then braid. As I said earlier, that's not the look you want. Okay, so once I finish feeding, then I will finish off the braid. So I'm only feeding 3 times. I think next time when I do these braids, I will just try to make them thinner as well. But I really did love this thickness. They are not too thick and they're not also thin. Now after I finish braiding, I'm now boiling my ends. I'm just placing them in boiling water. Now when you do this part, please be careful, don't burn yourself. So you just place your ends of your extensions in boiling water for like a minute, and then you take them out, dry with a towel like what I'm doing. Be careful you don't burn yourself. Now I'm done boiling them. I'm just taking this foam and applying it to my hair. Now I plan to stay with this protective style for about maybe 3 weeks, hopefully 3 weeks. I hope I can keep it for 3 weeks. But yeah, I really have been enjoying how light these braids are. Please comment down in the comment section, what do you think? Do you have any better ideas? Yeah, you guys, now that I'm done, I'm just tying my hair. Now, as I said, this took me about only 5 hours. I started at 9 in the morning. Now that was it for today's video. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.